before I get to Michelle Obama, I did want to touch on something because when good things happen in my life, I want to tell you about them. When good things happen in your life, I want to hear about them. I love these emails. Jesse, we're getting married. Jesse, my cancer's in remission. You know, I love these stories. So I have something that can pretty much match that level of joy. Jewish producer Chris and I, when we started out, we had to do our show from a different location up in the Houston area. And close to where we used to do the show, there was this gyro place. You'd never look twice at it driving by, believe me. In fact, you might speed up on the way by. A little rough down there. But they were the greatest gyros I think I've ever had outside of New York City. They were that good. They were just sloppy and delicious. Amazing. We left that place, moved on to greener pastures. Now Corey's with us, screwing everything up. And now we have been unable to, after years of searching, find a good gyro place. A new place opened up. We got gyros about an hour ago. Oh boy. We have a new gyro place. And I just wanted to share that with you. That was all. I just wanted to share it with you. When good things happen to me, I like to spread joy around. That's one. And you know what? I'm grateful for that gyro place. Grateful. Gratitude is important. Wouldn't you agree? But some people, no matter how many good gyros they eat, no matter how good life is, they're never grateful for anything.
You said we were all too aware that as a first black couple, we couldn't afford any missteps.
Yeah.
And you also say, as a black woman, I was under a particularly white hot glare. Did you feel that?
For sure. You can't afford to get anything wrong because you didn't get at least until the country came to know us, we didn't get the grace that I think some other families have gotten.
That was Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama was First Lady of the United States of America for 8 years. Do you know what it's like to be First Lady of the United States of America? Do you know you have a staff, private security? When you want to go to Paris, you practically bring an army with you. You don't get a room in a 5-star hotel. You get a floor in a 5-star hotel. You are the wife of the President of the United States of America. You are by any measure, royalty. Royalty. And then you leave the White House after 8 years. You are now free of any of the stresses and pressures in the job. And you have tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars thrown at you because of how marketable you are as the First Lady of the United States of America. So you are Michelle Obama, and you came up from the streets of Chicago, and you now live a life, top 20 all time of people who've ever walked the planet. Maybe top 100. I don't know that I want to put a number on it, but I'm just trying to think how many people who've ever lived in the entire history of mankind have lived in the kind of comfort and luxury Michelle Obama lives in. And yet every single time you hear that woman run her big fat mouth, it's about how hard life is, how hard life was, how unfair everything is. Everything sucks. America sucks. Remember what I've told you before. If you are a parent and you're concerned about your child possibly turning into a communist one day, it's a very understandable concern. Look, I have these concerns. I know my boys are a bit hardcore to the right now, but you never know, right? Goes off to college, finds some communist dime. That's how men get broken. Women turn communist in college. Men turn communist when they marry one. You know, that I've told you that many times. That's how it goes. If you are concerned about that, I can't make you promises, but I will tell you this. The best vaccine against communism for your children is teaching them to be grateful. Maybe just grateful for a new Euro place. Maybe grateful for having air conditioning, central heating, a car that functions. Do you have a car that functions? Have you ever had a car that broke down all the time? I sure have. To this day, I'm 44 years old. I will still, when we're on the road, look at Ob and I'll say, how nice is it to have a car you know is going to turn on every time? Do you have a functional car? You know, that's something to be grateful for, right? Teach your children gratitude. Gratitude. It's the best vaccine against communism there is. Shadow Warrior. I listen to your show most days, usually in the hope that the fictitious Chris finally speaks. You made a point Friday that the voting age should be raised. I'll go one further. There's absolutely no reason why every American can vote just because they've reached a certain age. I always get yelled at when I say this, so I'll keep saying it because it's 100% true. If you told the founding fathers after they fought to establish this country that everybody who lives to the age of 18 would get to vote, they would not have even bothered fighting the Revolutionary War. They would be so mortified that that's how low the standards would get to vote in this country that they would not have even bothered. That it said, you know what, British, just have the friggin' place. Give us the Stamp Act, the sugar tax, just give us the whole thing. We'll just deal with it. But you're not allowed to talk like that if you're in politics now. You're not allowed to actually raise the standard. Nope, if you just live to be 18, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous that turning 18 allows you to vote. Now, that's the system we have in taking away people's votes and going to get you very far. Politicians don't get reelected doing that, but that's just bonkers. Almost as bonkers as someone being on welfare for 30 years.
The first thing I did was grab my phone and call, and when I heard $0, my chest went into my throat.
Maggie Aragon has been a SNAP recipient for more than 3 decades. Even with these benefits, she says she also relies on food banks to get enough food.
I have depended on those benefits since the 1990s, and it's detrimental to my life if I don't get them.
I have depended on those benefits since the 1990s. You know what? Speaking of gratitude, how about you have an interview with the local TV reporter that goes something like this? Hey, I know I'm not getting my SNAP benefits right now, but I wanted to say thank you. I wanted to say thank you to the American taxpayer who has subsidized my standard of living for over 30 years. For over 30 years, I have eaten 3 meals a day, and I didn't even pay for them. The American taxpayer got up, put his boots on, went to work, and the government stole his money, and they gave that money to me. For 30 years, I have eaten off the back of the American taxpayer. And while my money may not be coming in now, all I wanted to say was thank you. Thank you, taxpayer. Thank you for all the free meals. Thank you for what you've done. But you and I both know it's laughably ridiculous to ever expect something like that. You don't give interviews like that when you're a dirtball who's been on welfare for 30 freaking years. You give interviews talking about how scary and terrible it is that for once you don't get to leech off your fellow man. That makes me angry. But I'm going to move on so we can do some other things that don't make me angry before. What, Chris? It's fine. It's fine. Blood pressure got up at the end of the show. Look at how calm I am, though. Already calming back down. Calming back down.